Hello, guys. So, welcome to today's show. My name is CHUKS, and you're on JFL TV, the home of football. So, if today not the first time we see our program, for you to bring you the latest Arsenal news updates as they drop all over the world. So, for now, we'll start with today's morning show. So, I was listening to Owen Hargreaves, one of the football pundits out there. So, equally talk about the strengths of different teams in the Premier League. So in context, say Arsenal actually have the best four fullbacks in the league. So when you see how the Metro put out these reports, the Metro said Owen Hargreaves claims Arsenal have the best four players in the Premier League in one position. Now, Owen Hargreaves believes Arsenal have the best four fullbacks in the Premier League, with Julian Timber being the standout performer for Mikel Arteta's side. So when you read the entirety of this fantastic, lengthy report, he said, I thought they've been looking comfortable all season. Hargreaves was telling the Premier League productions. Noni Madueke was amazing. Think about these guys who don't even start all the time. Then they come in. Piero Hincapi, Mosquera. I thought Ben White was terrific as well. They have all these different options. Yes. Now, I think Arteta has got all the ingredients, the recipe to win the Premier League this year. Maybe even the Champions League. You can add that. Now, a couple of seasons ago, if Bukayo Saka or Declan Rice or Martin Odegaard are missing, Arsenal struggled. They are missing their two starting centre backs. Timber can pop in there. Ben White can also play there. I mean, they genuinely have the four best fullbacks in the country all playing in one team. And probably the best goalkeeper as well. Then you've got Declan Rice, Martin Zubimendi, who has been amazing. Odegaard, Eberechi, the list goes on and on. Obviously, when they get Kai Havertz back to go with Gyökeres, they will become the real deal. Now, that Rice's injury would be a worry because Declan virtually plays every game. That's the biggest difference to this Arsenal team. They can compete in every phase. They've got the size. They are all 6'2", except Leandro Trossard. Set pieces, they are good. They've got the size. They can compete. Technically, they are very good, and they've got finishing. Yes. Finally, now when they come, they ask them whether Arsenal fit struggle for central defence without William Saliba, Gabriel Mosquera against Aston Villa this Saturday. Hargreaves replied, Timber, I think is the best fullback in the Premier League this season, and I'm sure he can pop in there. He may not be physically the size of Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes, but he's got proper personality. He's as strong as anything. And obviously, Ben White can also play in there. They've got all these options. I think Mikel Arteta so far has done a brilliant job of picking what they need in the game. I think Mikel will be quietly confident wherever they go with what they have at the moment. And the truth is, I actually enjoyed reading the submission of Owen Hargreaves because when you look at our team, you see this Ben White now, it is good say he don dey get minutes under him belt. This Ben White wey you see, if him play the way wey dey play wey we know am that time, this guy can break into many teams in the Premier League. Ben White go break into Liverpool first 11, he go break into Man City first 11, he go break into many teams first 11. This Ben White wey you see, not to talk of Timber, you get. So for White to be on the bench, that tells you what Timber is doing. That Timber now on a different, in fact, Timber is a class on his own, you get. So look at Miles Kelly. There was a time a statistics came out that they don't dribble Miles Kelly easily. There are many games don't pass before then, like they don't tell where they dribble and last. Don't be saying no, they interface with wingers 1v1, but dribbling him is not quite easy, you get. And thank God for the life of Calafiori because at some point, many Arsenal fans can't they regret say Arsenal even sign the player because any month he don't get injured, any month he don't get injured. But now he's getting consistent gameplay under his belt. So I also be very happy he gets. This Aston Villa match is going to be another big test. If we fit pass this Aston Villa game, if we fit pass there with a win, boy oh boy, he gets. Moving forward is going to be key. Now, touching on the point Owen Hargreaves said that last season or seasons before, if Saliba get injury, Magalhaes get injury, Odegaard get injury, Saka even get injury, it go be like our world don collapse. But this time around, it's no longer the case. For you to know, say we actually went to the markets and we did good business. The only thing again why I think say for January we need to strengthen, we need to prioritize. Now be the fact say we need a new left-sided winger. Because for me now, as I dey see that left wing, na only Trossard be the capable person who will get there. Madueke cannot play that left wing the way we want him to play it. Martinelli cannot play that left wing the way we want him to play it. He can come from the bench, but starting on the left wing when everybody's energy bar is high is a problem for Martinelli. He no get that prerequisites, that dribbling skills wey we want. Martinelli is very very predictable, you get, and we need somebody who is very tricky, somebody who is unpredictable to mount that guard, you get. So na one problem why I feel say at this point, if I know it and you know it, I want to believe Mikel Arteta and Andrea Berta know it also. So by January, even if una no get the money to buy the player, there's what they call loan. So get players on loan. You don't have to be 100 million player. How much una buy Mosquera? We dey see workings. Yeah. So if una fit get somebody to come in, mount that left wing, I'll be very, very pleased. Now, the London Evening Standard come dey let us know the possible return dates of some of our players wey don already dey injured. So when you look wetin dem dey talk about William Saliba, like me too, I expect their own prognosis is that Saliba is going to be back tomorrow, December 6th against Aston Villa. Now their own early prognosis, you get. So nobody Saliba they talk about. They also talk about Declan Rice, and Declan Rice is expected to be back against Aston Villa. They talk about Christian Mosquera. This one we never really know because this one they somewhat like serious. We never know whether an ankle injury or muscle injury. Like we never really know what to do and gone. So by now they will be doing their tests. Then another name where they come mention Leandro Trossard, like I also told you, is expected to be back tomorrow because I think I said this is month talk and say it's a matter of days and days don't plenty we don't pass yet. So in fact, don't forget today is Friday. So today is going to be Mikel Arteta's press conference ahead of the match we have against Aston Villa at the Villa Park. So we'll hear from the horse's mouth. Arteta will let us know whether who and who they are available. At least we'll get confirmed news. So me, I don't already the project since yesterday say Arteta's going to give us the good news that Saliba is back, Trossard is back, Odegaard that one don dey already the bar get so, but they'll give us update on Mosquera. Highest go dey some weeks out, and so even the fit still give us updates on Romagales. And Gabriel Jesus gone we don't come back already. How fit is he? These are the questions we want to answer because Gabriel Jesus coming back, he still needs games under his belt. So even if now 10 minutes to go, we don't win like 3-0, but they just give am. Make the guy come in, make collect round of applause. Most of they happy say yes. So one of our players will go injured for donkey years. At least that one don't come back. So that one save day. Now, away from that, two Arsenal legends are praising David Raya's wonder save. Now, Arsenal legends Alan Smith and David Seaman were impressed with David Raya's save against Brentford with the goalkeeper notching another clean sheet. So when you read the entirety of the report put about the Daily Canon, so reflecting on the chance in his live commentary for Sky Sports, former gunner Alan Smith suggested it was one of the best saves of the campaign so far. Now, his reflexes are second to none, Smith said. And the power from the fairly closing 6 yards out, the slow motion doesn't do it justice really because that was fired in and was going to come just underneath the crossbar. It's one of the saves of the season. Legendary Arsenal goalkeeper David Seaman also agreed, writing on social media, what a good save from David Raya. Now, when I read the praise with the team don't gather, especially from David Seaman, I was happy. Do you know why? Most at times when Raya makes mistakes, even though those mistakes no lead to goal, you get. But when Raya they make mistakes, both one will lead to goal. Oh, Seaman they usually come outside, they loud. They say Raya do mistake here, hold Raya accountable. Oh, Raya is to blame. So when himself pulls spectacular saves like this, you have to come out and make the same remarks, positive remarks, because your praise should be as loud as the disrespect. That is the way. So I was very, very happy that it came out. When somebody do mistake, you give them constructive criticism. When they do well, you also give them positive praise. You get appraisal, but then they also happy. So I was elated for what's Baba do there. Now moving on, it get what happened to one of the TV journalist Laura Woods. I don't forget when at CBS I be TNT. I don't forget the media where she dey work with. But she had an episode where they say she dey work for set She can't collapse. You get in her right now catch her. Everybody shocked. Say, what did they happen? So as her right catch her, so though now don't say she don't do better. So this is an update. In her right side, they talk say yes, she don't do okay now. Say thank God for her life. You get even her husband self. So her husband self come out because they talk say Laura is okay with the right people. Thank you for all your kind messages. You get so even the Laura Woods, she self come out second use her mouth talk say okay say she dey embarrassed for wetin happen on TV. You get so a big thank you. I'm reading from the last paragraph. A big thank you to my colleagues. Okay, ITV. Now she dey work at that time. A big thank you to my colleagues who have really looked after me tonight, and to Righty and Neats for catching me. You get so when you read everything, you can see whether she dey talk say na tiredness. You get from the work wey she dey put in. You get no say journalists dem no dey still rest like okay. Look at it now. She said, "Gosh, that was a bit weird." She wrote, "Sorry to worry everyone. I'm okay. The wonderful paramedic at the Saints have said it probably it's a virus. Just need a bit of rest and rehydration." You see this work, e no dey easy. You get. Then this one no dey work. Okay, make I give myself as example. Do you know that I no dey really rest? I dey do this work Monday to Monday. I no dey collect leave. You get every day I'm on set. In fact, one day the president of the Super Eagles Supporters Club of Nigeria, Vincent Okumagba, me and him dey discuss. So Baba come tell me say, Arsenal dey that time EPL dey on break. Baba say, Arsenal dey on break. You no dey go break. You no dey rest. I say, Baba, no dey rest. So the news was people gas to be updated now. So I just thank God for a clean bill of health because year in year out, Baba 365 over 365. I dey for your front, yeah, they deliver. Na just God. You know dey easy. If you see the woman collapse, so thank God say you're right there. Otherwise, na head oh, na head won't go hit for ground like this. But just thank God for her life. Now God dey run am. So just bless God. Now, away from that, the Daily Mail come dey let us know wetin William Saliba dey talk about Gabriel Heinze as he reveals what ex-Manchester United defender is really like. You know, Saliba do one interview with a Men in Blazer, Kinikon. So he talk about many things, even in relationship with Gabriel Magalhaes, talk about the cheesy, talk about many things. But let's stick to Gabriel Heinze here. So he said Gabriel Heinze helps a lot, especially the defenders. Saliba told the Men in Blazers media network, he gives us energy because he's always talking, always loud. Even in training, when we do simple things, he's always loud. Even for nothing, he will be loud. He talks a lot, and it's good to have him close to us. I think this guy can help us a lot. Last month, Mikel Arteta opened up on his decision to appoint Heinze, who we first met in 2001-2002 season. So Baba talk plenty now. You know, really end there. Since retiring in 2014, that Heinze has had 5 managerial roles, 4 in his native Argentina, and most recently he left Newell's Old Boys, the club where he started and ended his playing career in 2023. Now, since his arrival, the Gunners have conceded just 7 goals in 14 Premier League games and sit pretty at the top of the table. Now, defender Saliba has lifted rather the lead on Heinze's role, and it appears the coach has not lost the passion he showed as a player. Now, will you say it is a coincidence that this man came here and all of a sudden our defense can be tighter? Or you will feel say it was always meant to be? Because me, I really think say the guy added something different, something new. So our manager, Kiniko, all those manager people will get all of them, our coaching crew, might call them that. So I think he actually added something new. All right, away from that, let's bring you a message from one of our sponsors, Billy to Nigeria.
Your favorite wine drink for your party and celebration in every occasion. Call your friends and family. Time to celebrate. Have a good time. Pura Sepa wine. Pura Sepa comes in different variants. There's I like the red wine. Pura Sepa wine. Relax and enjoy your life with Pura Sepa wine.
All right, so Pura Sepa wine is brought to you by Billy to Nigeria Limited. So this is a Spanish wine. So if you want to be a distributor for them, because they only have one at the moment in Nigeria, or you want to buy the products for your events, they're gonna December within now December, so no time. So get in touch with Mr. Julius on 0033264146. So if you're really interested, make it no waste time, you can just reach out to Ram. Now, away from that, we also have another of our sponsor, UJ Rattan Furniture Limited. So they are dealers of indoor and outdoor rattan furniture. So they are located at number 6 Adekoya Street, Mende, Maryland, Lagos, Nigeria. And their Benin City address is number 32, Upper Sapomba Road, Benin City, Edo State. So if you want to reach out to them, call them on 09096026098. That's a WhatsApp number. And 07040245119. Yes, so their number is at the bottom of the screen. Don't waste time to get in touch with them. Here are some pictures of their products. So here's another picture of their product. This one they use for a big brother that year will sit down and they dangle. So this one said it did. So this is also another picture of their products. So if you have interest in any of the products, get in touch with them ASAP and call the number at the bottom of the screen. Now, away from that, so Julian Lescott, when they review, what he really convince am? Say Bukayo Saka na world-class player. He got to talk so during the England setup. If I let me read what he said. He said, when I was working with England squad, I thought he was world class because his decision making is so spot on. I've never met someone that young, a player who whatever he's doing or whatever he's supposed to do, he will do it. His decision making is insane. Yeah, so that is what's giving him the impetus to say Bukayo Saka is world class. Now, William Saliba when allowed the telepathic Gabriel partnership and unbelievable abilities. Now, for that men in sports blazer, the men in blazer clinic where they interview William Saliba, I watched the interview. The first question they asked Saliba be say, well, how you and Gabriel Magalhaes they communicate? Because two of you seem to have a telepathic understanding. We be say if you dey here, you don't know saying dey or you go dey here. Like you don't need to look, you know say Isha did there. You get so how una take dey do am? So you gotta explain say the language wey dem dey speak on the field of play na French. Because don't forget, Gabriel Magalhaes once played in France and he played for Lille. You get so he understand French language, so they communicate that French and that communication want to flow very very well. You get so that understanding come dey and they spend most of their time together. You get now they come dey ask am about abilities. He say the guy is a fantastic player. Say even before Arsenal sign am, he don play many games against the Eberechi. So he know the kind of player wey him be. And say player wey dey wear number 10 for back, you go don know say this one is good with the ball. Na wetin Saliba talk. If person dey wear number 10, what do you expect? You should know that he is good with the ball at his feet. Get so him dey very happy say we get all these different profiles at the club. And Baba no really dey happy himself. I dey very happy. Now the Athletic are now asking this pertinent question. At what point does Mikel Merino stop being a makeshift striker and just become a striker? Because when you look at his statistics, it is crazy. Merino's opener against Brentford was his 4th goal in 6 games, a period in which he also made 3 assists, including for Bukayo Saka's late goal. Mikel Arteta's decision of Mikel Merino suggests he continues to see him as a midfielder doing a job. But at some point, you have to wonder whether he's missed his vocation, like whether a striker true being calling. In his Arsenal career to date, Merino has had considerably more opportunities and impact as a centre forward. He's not as athletic as Kai Havertz, he's not as explosive as Victor Gyökeres, but crucially, importantly, the team functions well with Merino as his focal point. Where is the lie? When you look at this report, where is the lie? Baba, everything said here is spot on. Merino's numbers blow Gyökeres out of the waters. It blows Kai Havertz out of the waters. Fine, he doesn't have that physicality that we need to peg defenders back, but he flows well. He is in sync with Trossard, Saka, Odegaard, or Eberechi. Like for some reason, he flows well with everybody. So at what point, like they ask, I'm asking, but this time I'm asking the rhetorical question. At what point are we going to say, Merino, you are no longer a midfielder. Oh yeah, you are now a striker. Well, now I go answer that one. No be me go answer that. Now, based on what happened yesterday, Manchester United versus West Ham, Man U draw 1-1. Again, so at some point, Man U they win 1-0. They come dey like 5th. I was like, Man U dey 5th, same points with Chelsea for 4th, 24 points. I say, no, Yeah, I don't want this kind, all those my man you friends. I want me to get paper body. Oh, before match end, we say I can see now 1-1. I say, okay, very, very good. All those my man you friends, I want the pepper they like man. Now, away from that one also, so when you look at the Arsenal games who don't play for the Emirates Stadium, you'll be wowed. This is Arsenal's record at the Emirates Stadium. We only drew one. We blast everybody out of the waters. Like the para. As we do like this, the Emirates Stadium is a fortress. And rightfully so, because you need to at least win all your home games. All, regardless of who is coming, all. Before you kind of look about it, because the away games and there you go really struggle. And if you do observe Arsenal this time around, you go see say playing low blocks are no longer a problem for Arsenal. I know that as an observer. So in fact, if you come set up a low block, you are gifting like you dey help us because we don find how we go take unlock low blocks now. Now notice we no dey get problem with low blocks now. After the team set up low block and we score, once dem come outside, we go come dey struggle somehow because dem go come dey enter some kind juicy positions. But ab initio when dem dey their low block state, we dey enjoy, we dey everywhere, we just peg dem back. You get so make dem continue. When you come to the Emirates, continue your low block. Nobody will no get any issue with that. Keep on doing it. Now let's bring you a message from one of our sponsors, Mobile World Associates and Co Limited. They are into construction services, dredging, canalization, real estate, and shore protection works. They are also into mechanical and fabrication services and procurement services nationwide. So if you want to reach out to them, call them on +234 8064642234, and they are located at number 7 Ekeniwo Road, Orazi, opposite St. Stephen's Anglican Church, Port Harcourt. So if you're interested in any of their services, please do reach out to them. So the biggest news of the day, number the fact say Owen Hargreaves, who is one of the football pundits out there, is saying Arsenal have the best 4 fullbacks in the league, and this is a fact. So with that being said, I think it's a fine place for us to call the show and end. Like come your way later in the evening to give you the evening news. Then thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day. Now get out as we await Mikel Arteta's press conference.